Over the years, English Premier League clubs have created many jewels. In 2024, however, we have looked at each team's most valuable academy graduate. Many academy graduates have remained at their parent club, but some have moved on to pursue different professional paths. We've determined which Premier League clubs have the most valuable academy graduates and what they are worth in 2024 using data from Transfermarkt.com. Arsenal, Bukayo Saka, £103 million. Bukayo Saka has more than earned the nickname Starboy he's called at Arsenal. He is one of the first names on the team sheets of both Mikel Arteta and Gareth Southgate. Saka has grown leaps and bounds since his debut in the 2018-19 season. Today, he is one of the most sought-after wingers in world football and is well on his way to becoming a club legend. Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, £60 million. In retrospect, his big money move to Manchester City was not a bad call at all, as all parties involved benefited in the transaction. Villa got a whopping £100 million to bolster their squad, while Grealish was able to win a number of trophies including the Champions League. Who knows what impact he would have had if he was in the current setup of Unai Emery. There are no hard feelings that he's at City now. Bournemouth, Danny Ings, £8 million. After completing the Bournemouth Academy in 2009, Ings went on to have a fantastic career in both the Premier League and the Championship. Even though he hasn't scored for West Ham yet this season, he's certainly past his prime, but his market value of £8 million is still respectable. Brentford, Tyrick Mitchell, £19 million. The Bees dissolved their academy in 2016 and reopened it in 2022 summer. Mitchell was among the young players who later quit the team after the academy was closed, and it's safe to assume that he's done well for himself ever since. After leaving Brentford, he was signed by Crystal Palace right away, and he has since made over 100 Premier League appearances for the team. Brighton, Evan Ferguson, £56 million. With young players, it's a common thing to get carried away, but Ferguson seems like a Brighton star waiting to happen. It's understandable why some of the biggest clubs in Europe are already showing interest in him. Scoring a Premier League goal every 164 minutes on average, the 19-year-old forward is bound for greatness. Brighton's decision to sign him until the summer of 2029 is an intelligent one. Burnley, Dwight McNeil, £17 million. After a few memorable seasons at Turf Moor, the Clarets were able to secure McNeil for approximately £20 million. As he keeps getting better at Goodison Park, he has undoubtedly shown his value while wearing an Everton shirt. McNeil has been one of Everton's greatest players this season and finished the 2022-2023 season as their top scorer. Chelsea, Declan Rice, £94 million. Did you know he played at Chelsea? The one who managed to escape. At the age of 14, Rice was let go from the Chelsea Academy. He went on to find success somewhere else and is currently causing havoc in North London. Rice is not the only young player that Chelsea has failed to capture. Crystal Palace, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, £17 million. On his day, Wan-Bissaka is perhaps one of Europe's best fullbacks. Despite his uncertain long-term future, he has made over 170 appearances for Manchester United since joining the team in 2019. Everton, Anthony Gordon, £43 million. Although Gordon didn't exactly depart Everton on good terms, his growth has greatly benefited from the move to Newcastle. Although many supporters objected to Eddie Howe's team spending £45 million on the winger, he has subsequently more than been worth the cost. This season, he has contributed 12 goals, making him a strong candidate for the England team. Fulham, Ebereki Eze, £41 million. The Crystal Palace player attended the Fulham Academy for about 2 years as a child, but his major break came when he joined QPR in 2016. In 2024, Eze has become one of the league's coveted playmakers. Given his lethal drop of the shoulder and keen eyesight, it's understandable why so many big boys are vying for his autograph. Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold, £60 million. There's no denying that Alexander-Arnold is one of the league's greatest players right now. Upon assuming a hybrid midfield position, the 25-year-old has excelled above expectations. In his last 11 games, he has contributed 7 goals and has been competing with a lot of emotion lately. Just take a look at Liverpool's standings in the Premier League since he was pushed into midfield by Jurgen Klopp. Luton Town, James Justin, £13 million. In 2018-19, the 25-year-old assisted Luton in moving up from League One to the Premier League. After being hailed as a potential England star, Justin has battled with injuries in his career. Despite this, he has avoided injuries this season and is having a strong campaign with Leicester in the Championship. Manchester City, Phil Foden, £94 million. We could easily spend a lifetime watching videos of Foden. This season, he has also truly blossomed and solidified his place as a consistent starter for Pep Guardiola. Only Julian Alvarez and Erling Haaland have contributed more goals to City's goals in the Premier League this year than Foden. Manchester United, Marcus Rashford, £60 million. Undoubtedly, Rashford had a challenging start to the season, but as of late, the 26-year-old has been able to find some form again. Rashford has contributed 4 goals in his previous 4 games, and he is gradually beginning to resemble his former self. Newcastle, Sean Longstaff, £21 million. Although he may not be the most well-known player in the Newcastle team these days, Eddie Howe believes that Longstaff is good enough to be included in the England team. I haven't spoken with Sean in any great detail about the England squad or his dreams and aims, but I'd encourage it for him because I think he is good enough, Howe told reporters. I think he's got everything depending on what system you want to play, but for us, he perfectly fits the number 8 role that we're using him in. Nottingham Forest, Brennan Johnson, £41 million. Although Johnson's departure from Forest in the summer made fans sad, the 22-year-old has greatly improved since moving to North London. Ange Postecoglou's high-energy system is a great fit for Johnson, and the former Forest player appears to be content in his new environment at the moment. Sheffield United, Aaron Ramsdale, £24 million. Ramsdale was acquired by Bournemouth in 2017 after spending his formative years with Sheffield United, where he only made 2 senior appearances. These days, he's in a vulnerable position at Arsenal. Mikel Arteta prefers David Raya to the former Sheffield United man, therefore his long-term future is uncertain. Tottenham, Harry Kane, £94 million. After 19 years at Tottenham, from 2009 to 2023, which had loan spells to Leyton Orient and Millwall in 2011 and 2012 respectively, Harry Kane moved to the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. He has been in top form, scoring left, right and center. West Ham, Declan Rice, £94 million. Rice wearing an Arsenal kit still seems strange to a lot of Hammers. During his tenure at the club, the 25-year-old forged a special connection with the West Ham supporters and experienced several unforgettable experiences with the Hammers. Wolves, Morgan Gibbs-White, £34 million. Gibbs-White's best performance was never truly seen by Wolves supporters. He was never quite able to secure a regular starting position at Molineux, but he always seemed to flourish during his loan stints away from the team. His switch to Nottingham Forest certainly turned well for all sides, since Wolves made a substantial profit and Gibbs-White has thrived in his new home. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe button so that you will be notified anytime we post a video.